Good morning, friends, and welcome to the last day of 2023. Wow. I've just had breakfast. I haven't done anything to my skincare or anything, so this is my fresh face out of the bed. We've had breakfast, but today is a special day. We are doing our New Year's Eve party or fiesta this afternoon/evening. Caesar has to go to work like always, so we're going to be celebrating early. I'm hosting like I normally do on New Year's Eve, and I wanted to share a few things that I'm doing because as you guys know, ever since getting my MS diagnosis, I've had to like lower my expectations a little bit. I used to be the hostess with the mostest. I used to do everything. I used to get ready. I used to have extravagant meals. I used to like deep clean my house from top to bottom, like even the rooms where people will never be in. Like I used to do it all. And I've just realized that that's not possible because I will make myself ill if I strive for that. So I have to prioritize. So yesterday I had the kids help me tidy up their bedroom. So today we're going to be doing their beds. We're not going to be doing any deep cleaning here. We might hoover a tiny bit because it's a little bit dusty on the floor, to be fair. I need to clean my bathroom. I always like to do that before I have guests. So cleaning the toilet, cleaning the sink, and wiping the mirrors down. That kind of thing. And then I need to prepare some appetizers and to cook a few things for tonight's dinner. We're having a mixture of things. I want to say we are almost having tapas. Caesar has offered to help to make a tortilla de patata. So we're gonna have some Spanish traditional foods. We're gonna be having langostinos. We're gonna be having alcachofas, which is a vegetable that I don't know the name of now. It's called artichoke. So we're going to be boiling artichoke with lemon and salt, and then we're going to be dipping it into freshly squeezed lemon and olive oil, a tiny bit of salt and pepper. It's so delicious, and it's anti-inflammatory as well, so that's really good for us. So I highly recommend if you have never done that. It's very easy to prepare and it's very yummy. We're also having mini burgers because I wanted to make something that the kids could enjoy and that looked a little bit festive. So yesterday I bought pre-made burgers and small burger buns. So I will be grilling those up and then serving on a platter, so to speak, so people can just take one. My sister has also offered to help, so she will be bringing our mozzarella skewers with cocktail tomatoes and fresh basil from my mom's garden, and that's going to be very lovely, and I can't wait. We're having champagne, we're having red wine, we're having non-alcoholic beer for people who want non-alcoholic, and we also have, you know, soft drinks and that kind of thing. I will be enjoying a couple of alcoholic drinks this evening. Normally I try to stay away from that, but it's been an exception during the holidays, so I'm gonna be having a couple of glasses of wine or a glass of champagne or something, but I'm also gonna be enjoying the foods, and I can't wait. I'm gonna do my skincare to prepare. I'm gonna be doing my makeup this evening. I had my hair done yesterday. I feel like I'm on the I have everything prepared, and I have my New Year's Eve outfit all picked up and picked out, and ready to go. So I will share that with you. But yes, just try to be kind to yourself would be my biggest advice. To not like overdo it, to try and keep your expectations realistic. And if you don't feel like getting ready, don't get ready, but enjoy family time and don't say no. I know that people say that it's important to say no when it gets too much, and I agree, but don't isolate yourself is what I mean. Don't isolate yourself because you're afraid that you're gonna get tired. If you get tired, go home, or like tell people my energy is finished. I need to rest now. I need to sit down. I'm gonna go and take a nap or whatever. People will understand. And I feel like just don't miss out on life because your MS symptoms. I know sometimes they consume us, and it's really difficult to forget, and it's really difficult to just ignore them. And depending on what your symptoms are, it's even more difficult. Living with chronic pain is something that I've learned to master, and I feel like if I distract myself enough, then I cope somewhat. But there are days where I'm crying and don't feel like doing anything, and when the pain is too severe to be even thinking about these kinds of things. So I'm very grateful that today is a somewhat of a good day. I got a good night's sleep. I got a solid 7 hours of sleep, which is a lot for me because I have 2 small kids that likes to wake me up. So I'm gonna stay hydrated. I'm gonna drink a big glass of water. I'm gonna take some collagen now. I'm gonna take my vitamins in the morning so I don't forget tonight when we are all busy. I'm gonna do my skincare, like I said. I'm gonna be in my pajamas doing most of the things until it's time to get ready this evening. Not gonna put effort in this like during the morning. But yeah, so that's my plan for our New Year's Eve, and later on I will be joined by my sister, and we're gonna leave the kids with my mom and her husband while they have gone to sleep, and we're gonna be going to Caesar's job where he works. It's they have a lot of restaurants there, and we're gonna be going for a drink, and we're gonna be putting our New Year's Eve outfits on, and I'm gonna go there and toast with him. As you guys know, he has been relocated, and tonight is his last shift at his job where he has spent the past 13 years, and we have never had a New Year's Eve together because of that. So I really wanted to be there, and the Spanish tradition is when the clock turns 12, for every ding ding, counting down the last, is it 12 seconds or 10, I can't remember, to New Year's, you take a grape, you eat a grape, and that's a Spanish tradition that we have been doing since I met him. So we're finally gonna have our grapes face to face together live. I'm not gonna be sitting FaceTiming him doing that, so I'm excited and can't wait. Well, that took a turn. Oh my gosh. Like half an hour to 1 hour after I last spoke to you guys, I started feeling a little bit not great. And I couldn't tell if it was my MS symptoms or what it was, but I was fatigued, dizzy. I was starting to feel like, oh, I can't be bothered doing anything. And then I had like all the things to prepare for the dinner, and we managed to get all of the things done. But then 1 hour before the people came, I was like, we just need to get some fresh air. So I took the kids out, we walked around in the urbanization, they were playing, and I felt like, oh, it was nice to get some fresh air. Came back in, tried to get everything ready, we sat at the table, we did everything, and it was lovely. Like the food turned out great, the tablescape was pretty, like I was very satisfied with all of those things. But I just did not pick up the camera. I didn't even take one picture, and I feel really bad. But then we were gonna go out as well, and I was like, how am I gonna do this? But in the end, I took a paracetamol, and I was like, just to like prevent anything. So I took a paracetamol. I didn't have any alcohol during the dinner, and I had a lot of water. And then I got ready, and me and my sister went to have a drink in the place where Caesar works. So it was Caesar's last shift, and I just really wanted to be there and show my support. And it's mixed emotions. I mean, this is where he and I met. So for me, it's sad, and it's like an end of an era, some kind. Like, I don't know how to say, but I think I was more emotional with him leaving than he was. But anyway, we had a great time. I shared some on my Insta stories, and we were dancing. We were out for 1 hour and a half, no more, but we had time to laugh. We were dancing, we were toasting, we had the grapes at midnight. Everything was great. We saw fireworks. It was wonderful, and you could just feel the love from people. But yeah, and then the following day, so yesterday, Hector and I felt poorly, and we've been battling like flu-like symptoms, and we even brought him to urgent care because he was struggling to breathe the night between New Year's Eve. So when I came home, I realized that he was struggling a little bit to breathe, but more because he was so full of like phlegm, nothing else. So basically I sat with him all night, and that's probably why I didn't feel so good the next day, because I really need to rest because of my MS and that kind of thing. I feel fine now. I don't feel like I'm dying, but I'm not great. So I'm taking antibiotics and I'm taking paracetamol, and Hector is doing the same, and I also give him some kind of protective thing for his stomach. But anyway, so we are on antibiotics, both of us, to try and nip this in the butt, because they were saying to us at urgent care that hundreds and hundreds of people are now battling this, and most of the people I know are so bad that they're like in bed, and I don't want to get to that point. So I think it was very smart of me to start antibiotics now, hoping that it won't develop into something as severe as what they have. I'm just feeling like aches and pains, fatigue, a little bit of dizziness. I feel like I have a chest infection coming. It's not like I'm full-blown chest infection, but I feel a little bit sore, a little bit like, you know. So that was our beginning of 2024, but I did have time to make my vision board for 2024, and I wanted to share with you guys. Hold on. So while I was in bed yesterday, I decided to finish my vision board for 2024. And a hack I do that I started with last year is that I will make it on Canva. I will basically save pictures and quotes and things that visualize what I want my vision board to look like before writing things down, because I feel like I'm a visual person and I like things to be aesthetically pleasing, and if I can look at it every day, then it's more likely to happen. If you want to manifest and that kind of thing, it's good to have it like in a visual place. So what I do is that I make it in Canva, and then I save it on my background on my phone. So I have all kinds of things on here, and things that I want to focus on this year is that I want to focus on my health, not only like inside and out. I want to look good, but I also want to feel good, and especially with my MS, I need to take care of myself. So plant-based, whole foods, that kind of thing. And I also want to prioritize exercise.
Much later now, and I'm home, and I made myself a chai latte with the chai tea that I got for Christmas, and I wanted to show you the vision board that I was talking about. So I've made it on Canva, and I've saved it, and I've now added it to the screenshot on my background of my phone, so every time I turn it on, I'm greeted by my vision board, and this way I believe that it's gonna manifest itself. But it's gonna manifest much easier because I'm all the time watching it, I'm all the time reminded, and I feel like the last time I did this, so for last year, most of the things came true. So yeah, a little hack for you guys.